Hello, everyone, and welcome back to JomezPro's coverage of the 2022 TruBank Des Moines Challenge presented by Discraft. I'm Jeremy Koling, joined by my cohort, Paul Ulibarri. BigBarri commentary. We got the final round. We got some action. Boy.
New faces,
but we'll talk about those new faces in a little bit. First off, I want to clarify some things for some of our fans. We are doing post-produced coverage live the day after the World Championships concludes. Some people think that we're doing coverage live while it's happening. That's not what's going on. It might be confusing. I understand that. We are doing a live production in the Granada Theater the day after it ends. So for anyone who's wondering if we're giving up the World Championships, no, we're going to be doing commentary on us winning.
Exactly, yep.
And it's going to be great, and it's going to be live, and you should check it out. Evan Smith, folks, a name you should get used to knowing and hearing and seeing on coverage. He has played 4 Elite Series events in his career, all 4 this season. He was on a lead card at Mid-America just a few weeks ago going into the final round. Very solid player. Simon Lizotte, 2 wins on tour this year, and Robert Burridge, winner of the singles Collegiate Disc Golf Championship earlier this year and the U.S. Amateur Champion. He is a solid player from Houston, going to school in Michigan. And rounding out our lead card, Joel Freeman. He's had some podium finishes this year. He's had a great 2022 season.
I'm looking for Joel to really step it up. He's been so close so many times. And he's just too good not to get one under his belt. I would love to see it happen today. Hole 1, par 4, 795. The winds are down a little bit. Still kind of an easy shot because it is a right to left crosswind. Highs are out over the OB. Land somewhere, toss it into here. Let's take a look at Evan Smith.
Yeah, our leader, Evan Smith. Let's do a little profile on him.
7 years ago was the first time I actually picked up a disc. I went to a course that's like 5 minutes from my house called Cedar Hills. I could only throw forehands because I used to play baseball. So my brother was better than me at the time, and I'm pretty competitive, so yeah, he's not better than me now. So off the course as well, I'm like super competitive. I enjoy rock climbing. I'm going to school for singing. I'm majoring in vocal performance with a concentration in opera. I love music. I started piano lessons when I was like 3. My dad plays the guitar. My mom sings in the like worship band at church back home. I'm hoping to do disc golf, but like, you know, that's kind of a fun fallback as well. So we'll see where it goes. This summer I've been hanging out with a bunch of the Eagles Wings guys. My faith is really important to me. I'm just very thankful that God's given me this opportunity to, like, you know, come out here for the summer and play disc golf, and He's given me the talent and work ethic, I guess, to be on lead card at a Disc Golf Pro Tour event, which is absolutely crazy. A bunch of the guys have sent me messages, and they keep my spirits up, and whenever I'm shooting a bad round, and we're always there for each other, so it's been super nice. This is my first summer touring, and so hopefully next summer I'll be able to come out on the road and hit up a lot of the Pro Tour events as well. This summer was just to see if I could keep up with the guys at the top and what I need to work on in the off season. I start school tomorrow, actually, on Monday, which I'll be missing the first day of class because of the event. It's been so much fun being on tour and getting to know everybody, playing great disc golf courses and great disc golf as well. My favorite saying is, pressure is a privilege. I honestly don't have any pressure. If anything, from my point of view, I think Simon and Paul probably have the most pressure on them to catch this unranked guy who's leading the tournament right now, right? If I go out and shred, that's great, and if I don't, then that's how it goes, you know? I've put in the work that I need to get here, you know? I've played 2 solid rounds so far, so there's no reason I can't play a third.
Pressure is a privilege. Let's see how this young man with 4 Elite Series starts in his career, handles the pressure today. Nice hyzer that's going to get around the tree, I believe. Yeah, that's going to be in good position. Up the fairway. Played quite a bit with Evan this year. And I keep asking him to sing something, and he won't do it. I really want to hear how someone who's training opera.
Best way to get somebody to sing to you who's training in opera is sing a song to them and inspire them.
I've tried that.
No.
This shot is just too simple for Simon to get the big distance and the safe hyzer. It's way down the fairway. That'll set up a good forehand approach for Simon coming up.
Houston, Texas, Robert Burridge.
Robert has 3 Elite Series starts in his career, and all 3 of them are this year. So between Evan and Robert, 7. Joel has more than that this season.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Joel has 5 top 10s this season on the Elite Series.
Yeah, with a good round today, he's going to have another.
And he's only got 1 podium in 10 starts. He is certainly looking to add another podium and a nice piece of hardware. A lot of money added for the Des Moines Challenge. There's an $11,000 check waiting for the winner of this event today. And that is a great tee shot.
Yeah, largest payout in a 3-day event
And
ever.
Some people would argue it's been a 2-day event. Quite a bit of the field played both rounds on Saturday. It's been a pretty wacky little event.
There's a rocket.
Yeah, really nice low-driven forehand for Evan. That is a perfect throw from back there.
That is a rocket.
Yeah, that's like every bit of 370.
Yeah, all highs. Yeah, this is going to be Circle's edge-ish.
Robert did win your Uli Foundation grant this year, I believe.
That's right, yeah, $4,000 went to Robert.
For the scholarship efforts of playing the Collegiate Nationals in Marion, North Carolina. Simon, this is a bit low. If it gets any edge on the hyzer, it could be really good. Yeah, it gets the nice scoot. 27 feet left for Simon.
Kind of a helping wind, kind of guiding that sidearm into that pocket right there. The high route is a little iffy, though.
He's going to be safe, but he's going to be pretty much completely guarded with this putt. Going to really have to find something scrappy to give this any bid at all. Really good effort, though.
One of those putts where you're probably just hoping to hit the gap, and then if you hit the gap, maybe.
Robert just outside the circle, gives that a little stepper, and it's in. A little swag with a little finger roll with the putter. I like that.
Ooh.
And Simon up and in for the birdie. Hole 1 playing over par on average.
Really?
Just barely, yeah, 4.02. With a little bit of wind that we had today, it could be a little scary with that drive, keeping it turned over at all. If you don't have the big power hyzer and you're trying to flip something up, it can get away from you and head out of bounds, which makes this hole very long and very tough. Evan with a nice birdie, and Joel will tap in the only par in the group.
Upside down.
This is a good start for our group.
Upside down putt. Joel.
Looking at hole 2, par 4, 753 feet. Big hyzer here. You want to get near these trees, if not past them. The out of bounds line is here on the right side, and there's an out of bounds at the bottom of the hill as well. But the overhead shows you essentially how to play the hole perfectly. Backhand hyzer approach, low forehand skipping up the hill. Or backhand hyzer drive, and then a low skipping sidearm approach.
Yeah, and the wind's kind of pushing left to right here, which is going to help you. This is a little tight.
Isn't it right to left?
Yeah, right to left.
Right to left. Yeah,
so
so
it's gonna help you swing it
Yeah.
around. Yeah, pardon me. Swing it around to that sweet spot. You can really kind of push it out over the OB without.
Yeah, excited to see what Simon does here. He doesn't really go for the big distance shot, just high, wide. I mean, it's going to get a lot of distance behind it, but not trying to do anything crazy.
Right, but that throw in that wind, you don't have to really guide it. It
Yeah.
just is kind of going to go there if you have enough power.
And that little ditch there is a spot I'm quite familiar with. That'll leave Simon about 300 feet from the pin. Robert Burridge showing his power.
He's got lots of it.
I was able to watch Robert play in the 2021 National Collegiate Championships, and he didn't win that year. Guy from Georgia won. But Robert really put on the show in the Final 9. He was throwing things in or like chaining out from 150, doing crazy shots, throwing longer than anyone else in the group, and it just showed, like, it really felt like he had what it takes to do well on the pro level. And really all those guys did too, but it just seemed like he had that extra, that X factor that
Look at this rolling. This is not good. Hits the top of that tree limb, bounces down, cuts straight right out of bounds. That was tough to catch, but
I didn't see it rolling.
yeah, that's a tough little angle
Oh
because
my
of that low
goodness.
killing branch, and it really bites him. And this is another high shot. I don't know if he gets around this tree. He gets through it, so he's fine. But
He clapped. I wonder if that was a clap of frustration
I
or
think so.
it seemed like he didn't. Yeah, there is space left if you want to go high, but that was too central towards that tree. I think that was a little bit scary for him.
Well, yeah, it went right through the branch.
Meanwhile, Robert just parks the forehand, putting on the brakes at the last second.
Simon's going to go with the standstill. Sidearm is this year. He's been nice with it.
He really has. Once his elbow
Ooh.
recovered from the injury that he had, it has been really impressive to see what he's doing with that. I think about hole 1 at OTB where he had putts all 3 rounds. I think he birdied all 3 rounds. That's like nearly a 400-foot forehand approach, no matter how good your drive is.
Sure.
Evan with a nice backhand approach. He will save the bogey.
Simon catches the limb, but he's able to get away with it with that nice putting stroke. Little hyzer, little left.
Yeah, but take that. On these baskets, they catch pretty well. Simon 100% inside the circle so far this week. And Joel delivers the birdie putt.
It's so crazy to me to think how diverse the putting stroke is from person to person. There's a few people who like to mimic Macbeth, but besides that, when you go to the top level, people do it so many different ways. It's crazy to me.
It's really cool to see. I mean, you can really pinpoint who the player that you're looking at from, almost 1,500 feet. If there's a place on the course where you can see him, you can just see the movement, just see like a little tiny ant, and you'd be like, oh yeah, that's James Conrad. That's Kevin Jones doing his little jump putt thing. Hole 3, par 3, 320 feet. Straight shot about 66% of the way, and then it bends to the right. Players are going to have to throw a forehand or a very late breaking backhand to try to get through that narrow window, setting themselves up for a putt on this very slopey green that takes you straight towards the water out of bounds.
This is a fast little disc here. If he gets through, could be a skipper.
Still haven't seen anyone get through. I know people are doing it because I'm seeing 2s here on the UDISC stats, but this is very straight. And look at this late skip. That's
45 at the water.
Yeah.
It's not really what you're looking for. I like this. If you have the power, slower so you can get on hyzer right away. Hit the branches.
Hit and drop down and take your par.
Come on. Come on, Evan. No.
And there are some inside lucky routes that you can get, but not with that low of a release.
Surprising nobody got through.
Not all week. I mean, I guess Robert technically got through the trees. He's on the other side. He's got a downhill scary death putt. But that's the closest we saw all week on people getting through the trees here.
Did you get through in your rounds?
No. I just threw it down the middle and hit a tree every time.
Sidearm?
Yep.
I hit a tree.
Today I threw a really bad tee shot. I deserved to hit a tree. The other 2 rounds I threw what I thought was really good and hit a tree that was around the corner that I couldn't see.
Oh, that's right. You told me that you hit the same tree I did, coming kind of out of the gap.
Robert smartly laying up from there. And you can see he taps one of the other player's disc. That will probably be moved back to its original location. Yep, Evan doing the right thing there, pulling it back. And we are going to see all pars here on hole 3.
Hello and welcome to the biggest announcement that we have ever made. Sunday, September 4th, downtown Emporia at the Granada Theater for the final round of Worlds. We are going to record commentary live. Help me out, you guys.
I thought you were going
to... Final round of the World Championships. We're doing the thing live with a studio audience.
So these tickets, you're going to have to go to JomezPro.nextdaylive.com to get these tickets, to get all the information. But at this event, Paul, tell them what they're going to get.
Exclusive merch, a meet and greet opportunity, us, and maybe a special guest.
Special guests including Mike Tyson.
The inventor of Skittles.
Alf might be there.
Very fake James Bond.
Very fake James Bond.
We reached out to Randy Moss. His people came back with a polite no, but he did get back to us.
Moss.
Could you imagine?
Actually, I
Special
know.
guest Randy Moss. And if you can't be in Emporia, don't worry. We're going to find a way to let you join in on the action no matter where you are in the world.
This is not just us recording commentary. We are going to have a DJ set from Starframe. We're going to be signing autographs. We're going to have merchandise. This is going to be the world premiere of the last round of the World Championships, 12 hours before the rest of the world gets to see it.
We all know disc golf is best watched in a post-produced format, but post-produced commentary is best seen live. We'll see you there.
Nate's so smooth with it.
He is. He's nice with the words.
He's nice with the words. On to hole 4, hardest hole in the course today. 3.15 average. This is a scary hole if you don't have a ton of power because it takes quite a bit, even though it's 472, quite a bit downhill. Players are going to want to play a shot that they can trust the hyzer back at the end. Any shots that go out of bounds go to a drop zone that is very cruel, 66 feet away, straight down towards the water.
Oh, low?
And turned over. This is going to have a lot of bite. Okay. Circle 3.
Yeah. He's safe, though. Out of his hand, I thought it could have been water-bound. But he has enough power that he was able to, even with the low line.
And that late disc stability, very important. Robert getting a little bit of turn, but this is going to be heading up the hill. Needs to put the brakes on. Oh, yeah, not too bad.
And that's runnable from there.
Oh, certainly.
If you want to get frisky.
Yeah, especially for a right-handed player hyzering away from the water. He will have a look.
I like this. I like this a lot. Ooh, that drop. No. That was a bad drop.
Wow. That really was. That's just a late. Let's see what kind of power Evan has. He's got as much as you need.
That looks high enough.
Mm-hmm. This is going to be somewhat similar to Robert's. Yeah. Just a few paces away from. And that's even better angle to run the putt. I don't think Evan can lay up. I think Robert might, just for angle purposes.
Right. I think they both run it, kind of.
I do too.
Joel, no.
Yeah. puts that one upside down.
You see anybody run that?
I ran it first round. Yep. Robert does give it a conservative effort, not a bad effort.
This has got to go. The distance. That's it.
And it does.
Okay, a good bid.
Yeah, it doesn't
Chain
get
high.
punished. Ooh.
Get in there.
Saving the par. Staying within a stroke of Simon's one-stroke lead. And Joel will drop back to even on the round, and he has now found himself 3 back. Do you think the front 9 or the back 9 plays any easier than the other? Which
It depends on if you're on or off. I feel like if you're off on the front 9, you can accumulate a lot of strokes fast. Hole 1, not so much. 2, not so much. But these island holes that we're playing,
you can
like
lose 2 at a time.
2 at a time,
Yep.
can get out of control quick.
I got to give a shout out real quick to the crowd that accumulated on hole 5. It really put the Maple Hill 8 holes on notice. They need to step up and bring their game this year at Maple Hill because these guys were loud and you could hear them all over the course.
Are you serious?
Listen to the crowd. I mean, there they are. But they were giving a standing ovation every time a new group walked up to the tee, chanting names. It was a whole scene, and it was great.
I mean, Simon just
What
got
a break.
super lucky.
Super break. Robert is so smooth with that forehand, is he not? My goodness.
Yeah, but that's going to be a tricky putt.
Good work on the DGPT cameraman. Just a little shimmy out of the way last second. The awkward forward skip can be hard to judge that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah. Another tricky putt coming up.
Yeah, no gimmies so far. This is a hole you want to gimme.
Yeah.
Joel has the sidearm dialed. Usually at this distance, this should be cakewalk.
Especially when he likes that high, late hyzer.
Whoa, his
Oh
discs are
my
just
gosh.
dropping.
Completely dry, but out of bounds.
That was out of bounds.
It's what the indicator shows right now. We'll see if Joel's, he's going to the drop zone.
That is a bummer.
And just like that, you're talking about 2-stroke swing. He almost cuts that 2-stroke swing into 1, but when you're 3 back and Simon's putting for birdie, ooh, just outside the circle.
Tough putt. All right, Robert. Here's that tricky one. Straddle. He's a regular.
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Look at that one.
I feel like he straddles normally. I'm trying to think.
I don't think he does. I think he has a traditional staggered stance.
Okay.
But he doesn't seem that awkward when he's putting straddle.
Neither does this kid.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I've played quite a few rounds with Evan. He's a North Carolina guy. He's got the whole game. He is definitely a very talented player, and if he gets on a run right now, the field needs to watch out because a player that isn't maybe a household name winning an Elite Series event is just life-changing.
Yeah.
And that motivation can go a long way for a player trying to dig deep. We'll see what these guys have as we enter the 6th hole of the round. Par 4, 633 feet. It's a pretty sharp turnover off the tee. You do want to finish somewhat on the lefter side of the fairway to give yourself a better angle into the approach. But as long as you're not in the woods or out of bounds, you should have some kind of shot into the green. Robert going with a nice leopard understable fairway driver, giving him distance and predictable turn right in the middle. That's a great shot.
Yeah, that was really well controlled. If you have the power, I really like this play too. Just 2 of these, that's too high though.
Yeah, it's going to be drifting pretty hard right, or fading, or whatever. I should know the difference, I guess. Hyzering? Ooh, Simon getting really turned over. It's going to be on the edge, but that's going to require a very overstable forehand with a big skip to get around the corner to the pin. I like this. It's very difficult to trust that forehand as wide as you need because you're always going to get that extra 15 to 40 feet of roll down the hill. That was a really nice shot for Joel. Didn't get a ton of distance, but it's not about distance on this hole. It's really all about the angle. And makes easy work on his approach. Very well played for Joel.
Much needed birdie, too, after the bogey slide. This is a tough angle. I think 30, 40 feet would be great.
Yeah, it's very easy. That's the problem that you can have when you run into that early right side is that going high with the forehand, a lot of them want to push long. This is a much better play for Simon, getting angle on the skip, but that's still coming up. And you can see the circle 2 feather banner right there, or the whisker. It's going to be 70 feet short still.
Really good.
Yep.
Whoa, maybe. Well, if he wasn't a good straddle putter, he's going to get some practice, and he's going to be better by the end of this round, because that's 2 in a row.
Simon going down the right side. That was the narrow approach. Trying to light up a highlight putt. Evan needs to make this. Otherwise, he's going to be back to even par, which Joel soon will be with his second birdie coming right up. Awkward stance.
Very good putt. It was a little iffy with a little maintaining balance there, though.
I think he had perfect balance. I think he was just eager. I think he knew out of his hand that was in.
Yeah, he made it look fishy.
Yeah, exactly. It was too, you're not making that call. That's a hard call to make.
I'll call it in.
Yeah, it's a birdie for now.
Hey, we're not there. We're a long time away from then.
Oh, yeah. I 2 hours past these guys.
Simon liked it. Hey.
Yeah.
Evan liked it. Well, they probably didn't like it too much, but they thought it was a good putt. Hole 7, par 3, 345 up the hill, island green again. Another one on the front 9. Like I said, if you go on that little slide, you could find yourself with 3-4 bogeys on the front. I don't see that happening on the back, but this is a tough one. Hit the island. Even if you hit the island, it's not an easy putt.
You could find yourself 45 feet away still on the island.
Even if you're kind of in that 25-foot range, it's pretty swirly up on top of this hill. This is where most of the wind is going to be. Big turnover.
Yeah, and he just went leopard on the last hole, and hey, why not do it again?
I've never seen somebody go that wide on
a lot of trust. That was a fantastic shot. And get a little follow flight action there. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of shots that are low driven, stable disc. We're not seeing that high turning play with an understable fairway driver. That is a very cool way to get to the green.
God, I'd like to borrow that. That's a lot of power on the hyzer.
Especially because he's going high. He's not just drilling it low and driven. It's worth taking a look at that again. Getting that force over Anheuser, fighting against that left to right crosswind. Such a stable disc. All it can do is just drop there next to the stone stack. That was a fantastic approach.
Simon loves this disc. C-line PD, little Anheuser. More of the direct line that we're used to seeing. He's going for the one time.
Jeez.
Wow, that's good. Just drops right there and spins like it was a mid-range.
Triple follow flight. And this is one of the things that you get to see with this disc that he does something maybe better than anyone, and that's put spin on the disc. And it just keeps spinning when it gets to the ground. Evan. Oh my gosh, this group has put a clinic on hole 7. Give him a follow flight. Oh, that is so cool. That is just so cool. So cool. That is giving our graphics team a workout today on this busy weekend.
All kinds of different flights to get yourself a bird look. And I didn't see any star frames on this one.
Not many star frames were had, that is for sure. This was the second hardest hole on the day. And we've had some different holes take that distinction throughout the weekend. But today it was hole 1 and hole 7. I would not have guessed that before the round. 3.12 average. Not that many people were staying on the island.
Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Please don't let me into my zone. I just need some time of my own. All these people trying to get a conversation. You can conversate to that tone. My God up on that throne, yeah. So I'm never alone, yeah. Ballin' can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now.
Well, if there's any nerves for some of these players, you're not seeing it from Robert Burridge. He is currently holding on to a 2-stroke lead, and he's throwing the disc and he's putting like he's been here before, and he has not. This is pretty awesome right now, seeing him play the front 9 the way he is, attacking these holes. Let's see how he can attack the long hole 8, par 3, 580 feet, and he sends this one nice.
I love the angle.
And wide.
Yeah.
You can't make that look easier.
No. Perfect width, perfect height.
580.
Yeah, a little downhill though.
Sure, no, I know, but still to keep squirrely things happen at that range.
Well,
when
look
you're
at
trying to power it
look
up.
at this squirrely bird right here.
Is that a flying squirrel?
No, flying squirrel is sweet.
So what's the squirrely bird?
It's whatever Joel just did.
Simon going wide hyzer. Oh, if he is 5 feet shorter than that, he is hyzering straight to the basket, but just pushes it a little too wide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe a little short.
Yeah, sometimes they do tend to get a counter forward skip. That time, Evan's skip was pretty predictable, just out left. He's going to be in C2. Robert's going to have a putt for a 3-stroke lead. Oh, he's only got a 1-stroke lead. What am I talking about? He only has 1 right now over Simon.
Yeah.
My mistake.
But he could go up 2. Ooh, almost off the tree? That would have been a nice find.
That would have been a nifty one.
Pretty.
How many times do we see a player who hasn't been on coverage or in this situation miss that putt 4 feet low?
Yeah, but we don't see that, I don't think, ever, because this is final round. Like, normally we have featured card people who haven't really been there. Having somebody who's played this well for the whole tournament, this is just what he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we even see players who are veterans in the last round miss that putt 2 feet low just because they're like, wait, what's going on here? Like, I'm killing it right now? Should I be killing it, or should Simon or Paul Macbeth or someone else be winning? What's going on? Well, what's going on is Robert does now have a 2-shot lead, and he is heading into hole 9, par 3, 290 feet, straight up the hill, blind. The only point of reference are these trees behind the basket in the distance. The players can see that from the tee. You cannot at home.
No, you can't.
You can't?
You can. I cannot see those trees.
You can't see those? I can see like
No,
the top half
these
of them.
guys can't see them.
Simon can see. He's tall
No,
enough.
no,
Come
no.
on.
Nobody's seeing that. You can
Joel's
see
tall.
one tree.
That's
the
what I'm
big
saying.
one,
Just the big one.
right there. The one in the gap. No, you can't see anything past it. These are good shots, though.
All right, well, maybe you have to be 6'1" to see them.
There's no seeing these people at home, just so you know. But if you put Gannon on top of AB,
on top of Calvin.
You could
Simon just riding the top of the hill, and we are going to have 3 short looks for birdie, and maybe 4 if Evan can throw a nice drive.
uh-oh.
And not only does it kick right, it kicks OB, the double penalty.
It's an angle that you don't throw often.
No.
And so it's a tough one.
I was very surprised this week to see how many players threw their shot from all the way at the end of the tee box.
Right.
If you throw halfway up the tee box, you're increasing your angle of release, or you're improving it by a significant amount.
Yeah, it also depends on the shot. You're throwing, like, I like to go on the front of that tee pad because I'm throwing driver, and so it's going higher, therefore it won't go deep.
Playing the stall with a little nose
Yep.
up action. Yeah, I like that.
Simon needs it, got it. He needs the got it. Did both.
Continuing the 100% C1 putting. 4 under through the front 9. Not a bad score at all. Evan does save the bogey.
I like his putt. Nice and soft, very direct. Needs to get that kind of going off the tee, though.
Joel in for his birdie, and Robert's about to break his personal record for most birdies in the front 9 at an Elite Series event. 7 under. That's the best score I think we've seen on the front 9 this weekend.
Wow, that is...
And doing it on lead card last round, he is at 23 under, and he's got that 2-stroke lead still over Simon. Kevin Jones doing some work, 5 under on the front 9 for him. He is currently sitting in 3rd place. Joel Freeman still in 4th. And Evan, even though he's even par, the work that he's done to get to being the leader going into this run around, he is still in the mix. He's 5 back, but he's still in position to have a podium finish, if not tear things up in the back 9 and put his name in the hat for the running of this event.
Yeah, you see those 4 people, they're a lot clear of some big names, which is important because you have like a couple people like Macbeth back there who
Tiger effect.
Normally charge. So that's a nice feeling, and now you're just battling the guys you're battling with. I'm excited to see what happens on this back 9.
Look, Founders Club, I'm going to level with you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support through all the years. You guys are amazing. You are the glue that holds the Jomez team together. If you're not a part of the Founders Club, please consider checking it out. For the time being, we are done here with the front 9 of the final round. We just have 9 more holes to go to determine who our winner this year in Des Moines is going to be. I can't wait to see it. Join us for the back 9 in just a moment.